You know, when I'm out there in the house, cops came out here. Told me I was just taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. Mine. You better believe it, 'cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Don't push me on the edge, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. I'm giving you a chance. You see the devil in a glance, boy. The devil in a glance, I can knock you out your pants, boy. Knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house.
I got a baby girl inside this house, and right now she's sound asleep. So it's probably best for the both of us if you just turn around and leave. Cause if you come in this fucking house, then you too gonna go to sleep. I promise you, boy, don't play with me. I pray to God my soul to keep. Especially this day and age, gotta handle shit our own way. With a 30-30 horse 12 gauge behind this door, you're hella weight. My old lady, she rides too, picking up every shell case, mopping up these blood stains, but she ain't seen a damn thing. Most of my people are convicts, hard-headed, no nonsense. So please approach with caution. You never know who's watching. You never know what's on the other side of that front door, and you knock it.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for round number 4 of the JR Productions and Media 360 Winged Sprint Car Series. Tonight we come to the first short track that we've had all season long. Tonight we come to the 3/8 mile known as Lanier National Raceway for round number 4 of 6. Coming into tonight, Riley Stewart is your current points leader. Can he go back-to-back Ultimate Dirt League championships? He picked up the Big Block Modified Championship last year, and now after 3 weeks, yet to pick up that elusive victory. In Sprint Cars, he leads the points on 406 points, and you go back to 13 points, back on 393 points. Cooper Wilson, who sits in second position. Daniel Boyd will round out the top 3 on 390 points. Then you go down to Brent Hobbs and Dave Clifford make up your top 5. Chris Nankivell, podium last week, comes into tonight 6 in the point standing. Sky Jensen 7th. Max Bevan, who has assured me that he is going to be so dominant, or dominant as he likes to say, he reckons he's going to pick up the win here tonight. And we'll see if, well, Max is just full of you-know-what and just do what he's done, well, for all the Ultimate Dirt League series, and that is just not doing anything much. Jared Burns is 9th quick, and Reese May rounds out the top 10. Like I said, tonight, Lanier National Raceway for round number 4. Next week, round 5 at the Lima Motorsports Park, followed up with the Federated Auto Parts I-55 Speedway for the final week in just 2 weeks' time. And that will conclude the what will be 6-week season for the JR Productions and Media 360 Winged Sprint Car Series. We're not too far away from rolling into the qualifying session. A quick little driver's briefing has happened, and well, you might think that the track is quite slick at the moment, but never fear, because we will have a track reset, and it will be back down to 10%, and we'll see how the track plays out throughout the course of the night, whether they reset it for the warm-up session, or whether they let it roll over. You see Barney the R-Racing flagman waving the checkered flag like he just don't care. And now that means we are set for qualifying. Let's take a look at some of the first drivers on the racetrack. There is Brent Hobbs on screen, Harry Stewart in the Titan Garages United Sim Sports, Cooper Wilson, Justin Wright on screen, Matt Bailey on the racetrack, Neville Alf, Luke Johnson, debuting the new NLRA Majula C Speed Shop King Race Designs number 76. Got a couple of new faces in the crowd tonight. Harry Stewart, quick time with 11.519, 11.519. Cooper Wilson, quick time 11.490, 11.490. Luke Johnson, 11.690. That's 11th quick. Make that 12th as he starts to slip down the lead. Well, Damien Powell, 11.467. Johnson to position number 10. What was position number 10? Kobe right on screen. There is the defending, I'm not going to say defending, but the latest Ultimate Dirt League season champion, Riley Stewart. Looking for a time. Stewart 26. Quick. Nick Ryan on screen in the 10M machine for K1 Race Gear and Dutton 1. James Rice also on the racetrack as well. Nick Ryan. James Rice goes 34th quick with 11.790. First time coming through right now for Nick Ryan. Where will it put him? It will put him 13th quick. Chris Nankerville on screen, the King Race Designs, car number 20. Clayton Davies on the racetrack. He's picked up 2 feature wins. Joshua Walton has had 1 feature win, so that has been the 2 feature winners over the first 3 weeks of competition. Nankerville fresh off a podium last week, 41st quick, 12.119. 12.119. Davies goes 8th quick with 11.556. Nankerville 4th quick with 11.520. 11.520 for Chris Nankerville. And 41 drivers have taken a time. We are waiting for drivers. And over the next 15 seconds, they will not take a time, which means the qualifying session about to be completed. Damien Powell goes quick time. And we do have the inversion. Don't forget. Hello, Stuart Smith. So qualifying done and dusted. Let's bring up those results on screen. Damien Powell, 11.467. He is the man that goes quick time. 5 heat races on the program. So looking forward to this one. Damien Powell, Cooper Wilson, Harry Stewart, Chris Nankerville, Blaine Densley. They will start from position number 4 in the 5 heat races. Heat race number 1, Jason Burke for JSI Racing lines up on the pole position. Joshua Walton lines up at a position number 2. Let's change that again, and that's going to come up over here because I know it will. Does it to me every week. Every week. There it is. Josh Walton will start from position number 2. Kobe Ryan from position number 3. Damien Powell at a position number 4. Daniel Boyd from position number 5. James Rice at a position number 6. Neville Olf from position number 7. Kane McCutcheon at a position number 8. And Dean Powell from position number 9. Yeah, I don't know if I like these cameras. Anyhow, you know what? Let's go back to that one there. Heat 1. Safety car still circulating, so we'll go around 2 times. And that's 1 complete. And now all initial starts will be on our racing green flag. If we have any yellows, restarts will be on the leader out of turn number 4. So Burke and Walton on the front row. Round 4, the JR Production and Media 360 Wing Sprint Cars here at Lanier. It's time to go racing. Heat number 1, green flag is out. Top 3 will go straight to the main event and everybody else. In fact, it'll be top 4, sorry. Lap 1 belongs to Walton. Burke runs in second, make that Damien Powell in second. Now Burke to the inside, little contact down into turn number 3. And we'll go yellow first time. So we'll take a look at the NLRA instant replay. So you see Parl in the 52, Burke in the 74. Nothing really to it. James Rice just scraping through and just scraping on by in that number 5 machine. Let's go to the box camera. We'll get that fixed up. Try and get it a little closer. Max might even change cameras. So the safety car still circulating around the venue. In race control, I've got a little issue to deal with. But I dare say that that may just be deemed as a racing deal and move on. Lights are out. Dean Powell was a non-starter in this one. Green flag is out. We're underway. A resumption of heat number 1. Walton into the wall. Burke climbs up over the left rear. Rice ducks down to the inside. James Rice looking to lead 2 and nearly 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. 3 wide down into turn number 1. Right to the inside on Rice. Right in the 10 machine. Rice in the 5. Side by side out of turn number 4. James Rice has moved back up to position number 2. Goes right through the middle of the racetrack. And you go back. Oh, can't remember how many seasons ago, but James Rice, he made this track his own in the Big Block Modified Series. It picked up a win, I think it was. Running the James Rice line through the middle of the racetrack. Wright runs in 3rd. Boyd back to 4th. And Burke rounds out the top 5. James Rice started 6th, mind you. Showed some good speed early on in heat race number 1. Your leader is still Joshua Walton. Leading the way. 7 down, 3 to run. He'll go to the fluff into 1. Stay up there out of turn number 2. Everybody just somewhat spreading themselves out. It's almost like a little bit of a hot lap session. 1 car going around. That's Neville Alf, I believe it is. In that number 2 car. As the white flag is out for Walton. Looking to start on pole tonight's 35 lap main event. To the bottom he goes. Below the slick. Slides it up to the wall out of turn number 2. Rice is close, but I don't think there's going to be any sort of cigar smoking for James Rice. Joshua Walton wins. James Rice home in 2nd. Kobe Wright 3rd. Daniel Boyd getting the 4th and final transfer position. Jason Burke rounds out your top 5. Then you go back to Kane McCutcheon. Neville Alf in 6th. McCutcheon 6th. Alf 7th. Parl in 8th. And Powell rounds out what was the 9 cars for heat number 1. As there is a look at your official results. Walton, Rice, Wright, Boyd, your top 4. Burke, McCutcheon, Alf, Parl, and Powell all finding themselves to a last chance qualifier and a C main. Heat number 2. Let me just do this. There we go. There is your ultimate TV starting grid, and here we go from the pole position. It's going to be Axel McKinnon. On the outside of the front row, Cody Malley. Brent Holmes out of position number 3. Cooper Wilson, position number 4. Cody Nevin, position number 5. Riley Simpson, position number 6. Riley Stewart, position number 7. Andrew Corbett, position number 8. And Brady Baldwin from position number 9. So we'll go around one more time. I'll catch the iRacing.com pace truck. McKinnon and Malley on the front row. And if you look at championship standings, so Daniel Boyd was in the first heat. You've got Riley Stewart, Cooper Wilson, and Brent Hobbs. They are 1st, 2nd, and 4th in the point standings. So if you don't think every point counts, it certainly does. 10 points for a win. And then 1 point increments for every position on back. And the green flag is out. McKinnon leads him down into turn number 1. Malley looks down to the inside, down into turn number 3. Looks for the slide job, and McKinnon to the outside. And here comes Cooper Wilson now. Looks to the middle on the inside. Little contact, little bit of a bump and run. Look out, 2 cars involved. Brady Bob, one of those drivers. He'll go upside down. He'll lose the top wing. And Axel McKinnon. Tough break for McKinnon. Let's take a look at the NLRA instant replay. So it was the move from Cooper Wilson. Just a bit of contact. And right, when we go back to have a look at the replay, it's so easy just to slow it down. Just goes to the inside, not a bad shot, nearly 4 wide, mind you, into turns 1. Doesn't really look like it unsettled the 14 machine, but certainly some damage to the 7 entry, losing that top wing. So that car will certainly be an absolute handful. So somehow, Axel McKinnon gets to keep his spot at the front of the field. Just telling them where to line up as to where iRacing tells them to, and if it's told them to go back to the front, so single file restart for McKinnon, Wilson, Malley and Hobbs. 1, 2, 3 and 4 as they come off turn number 4. Top 4 go through to the main event. Oh, race control not happy with that start. In fact, we've got Riley Simpson. What happened to Riley Simpson in the 65? Ooh, just gets into the back of Hobbs. Definitely can't park there. And that wall does not move. So heat number 2 proving a little difficult for the 9 drivers. But we'll get the cars back underway here in just a few moments' time. Hopefully the lights go out, and they do. In fact, they are out right now on the speedway. So McKinnon, Wilson, Malley, your top 3. Hobbs in that 4th and final transfer position. Corbett makes up your top 5. Stewart and Nevin sitting back in positions number 6 and 7. Magic number is going to be 4 for the heat races. Launching it underway out of turn number 4. Axel McKinnon waited right till the start finish line of Riley Stewart and Brent Hobbs both got an absolute belter of a start. So the drivers first, second and 4th in the point standings are running now. 2nd, 3rd and 4th. They might make that 1, 3 and 4. No, 2, 3 and 4. It changes up McKinnon. Here comes Stewart. Dies down to the inside. The daily double is on. 3 wide on a turn number 4 for the race lead. Wilson slides back up to the cushion. McKinnon and Stewart, a little contact. Hobbs gets by Malley. Malley comes back at him on the top side of the racetrack. And now Andrew Corbin coming in, making it a 6-car battle for those 4 transfer positions. Now it's a 4-car battle as Wilson and Stewart have just cleared away from 3rd, 4th and 5th. Corbett gets by Cody Malley. Slide job for the race lead. 1st and 2nd. Happen to be 1st and 2nd in the point standings. And Stewart. Slide job on Wilson one more time. Wilson turns it back underneath the race off turn 4. Down into 1. Stewart going to stay glued to the bottom side of the racetrack. Leave a lane up on the top side for Cooper Wilson. Slide a line from both drivers. Stewart. He's making some moves, selling some t-shirts down to the bottom side, slides up, and Wilson around the outside he goes. Not like a trailer park girl, because here comes Cooper Wilson off turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Cooper Wilson gets the win. Ahead of Riley Stewart, Brent Hobbs home in 3rd, and Andrew Corbett Going to come home in position number 4. Heat 2 is done and dusted. McKinnon goes back to 5th. Then you got Malley in 6th, Nevin in 7th, Simpson 8, and Baldwin to come home position number 9. Heat 2 results on screen. Wilson, Stewart, Hobbs, and Corbett. Officially, your top 4 for McKinnon, Malley, Nevin, Simpson, and Baldwin. Well, they'll go to a B and a C main. Heat number 3 will line up like this. Keegan Harmon lines up on the pole position to the outside of the front row. It's Jaden Russell. Rolling off inside the second row from position number 3, Nick Ryan, who is outside. United Sim Sports driver, the cut of 11 of Harry Stewart from position number 4. Out of position number 5, driving the Black Hawk Motorsports, cut number 24, it's Jared Burns. He's outside in the Powerhouse Performance. Cut number 46, from position number 6, it's Matthew Selby. Starting from position number 7 for JSI Racing and iRacing Dirt Outlaws TV. Driving car number 9, I believe it is. That'll be Matt Bailey. And he's outside from position number 8, Zane O'Toole. And rolling off from the 9th and final starting position, it's Joel Battelle. Heat number 3, cars on the racetrack. Well, I hope it's sorted for you, Neville. Hope you get it all going. Get it all fixed, mate. So Keegan Harmon in the 96, Jada Russell in the 27, that's your front row. Nick Ryan in the 10, Harry Stewart in the 11. Jared Burnsy 24 out of position 5, Matthew Selby the 46. In that channel lock number 1 car, the Sammy Swindell throwback scheme from position number 6. Then you got Bailey, O'Toole and Battelle. And we're 3 wide for the race lead down into 3. Ryan stays to the bottom. Harmon tries to slide up, but Jaden Russell goes around. And now here comes Harry Stewart in car number 11. Remember, top 4 going through to the main event. Right to the inside on Keegan Harmon. Keep an eye on Matt Selby. Jared Burns hard into the wall goes the 24 entry. We stay green. Harmon to the top. Selby goes to the bottom. Big slide job into 3. On the turn number 4. Harmon's got back position number 4. Nick Ryan into the wall. Not once but twice. It doesn't move. But the battle is on for the lead. Much to like we've seen in heat race number 2. Slide jobs happening for the race lead. Russell leads from Stewart. Stewart looks down to the inside. No, he'll stay upstairs into turn number 3. Try and get a run in turn 1. Will he go to the bottom? Yes, he does. Long slide job, and it's been thrown in deep, but the yellow flag is out. And we've got a number of cars. In fact, we've only got Jared Burns back to the pits, but that was a number of laps ago. We're on lap 5. Let's see if we can find out what the yellow was for. Okay. Maybe that was 4. Maybe Keegan Harmon. Maybe the iRacing flagman had had enough and said, you know what? Let's throw the yellow. Getting a little too sideways in front of the field. So past half race distance. In heat race number 3. 5 heat races in total on the program. Then we've got a C main followed by a B main. And of course, a little warm-up session where the drivers, if the track gets a reset, they will run the track in for 3 minutes, and then it will be 35 laps in distance around this short little bull ring, 3/8 of a mile racetrack. Certainly looking forward to the main event. Who will take out round number 4? Will Clayton Davies go? He's looking for a 3-peat. Can Joshua Walton, can he find victory lane? Or will one of the other 40-odd drivers find themselves piloting their cars into Victory Circle later on tonight. They've got to get through the heat races first, but that's the first step that they need to take in being on the top step of the podium. Green flag is out. Zane O'Toole goes down to the inside. Nick Ryan into the wall once again in turn number 1 and 2. Now he'll rocket back around the outside of the 78 machine. He's back up to position number 3. And Nick Ryan wasting no time. And now, speaking of wasting no time, Harry Stewart goes to move on. Jaden Russell again in 1 and 2. Short slider from Russell. Stewart trying to go around the outside. Stewart goes back down to the bottom side. 2 laps left to run. Slide job again one more time on Jaden Russell. Russell back to the inside. It's a tennis match to return. So who's got some dip? Who's gone to Woolworths at first? Stewart leads lap number 9. He'll get to the top in turn number 2 and he starts to drive away. He'll protect the line down into turn number 3. Harry Stewart, a cool, calm and collected drive. From position number 4, gets the win over Jaden Russell. Zane O'Toole home in 3rd, and Matt Bailey going to come home in position number 4. And poor old Nick Ryan finds himself out of a transfer position. Tough break for Nick Ryan, but your top 4 will look like this. Harry Stewart, Jaden Russell, Zane O'Toole, and Matt Bailey getting the 4 transfer positions. Patel, Harmon, Ryan, Selby, and Burns will find themselves in consolation racing. Heat number 4, and well, he said he's going to win tonight. He said he's going to be so dominant. From the pole position, it's the pretty boy, Max Bevan. On the outside of the front row, it's Josh Barry. Position number 3, back-to-back feature wins for this driver in car number 50, Clayton Davies. Lines up alongside the King Race Designs, car number 20, fresh off a podium last week at Lernerville. Chris Nankerville lines up at a position number 4. Rolling off at a position number 5, driving the NLRA Majulisi Speed Shop. Car number 76, that's Luke Johnson. He's outside. Piloting car number 78, that's Justin Wright. Tony Walsh for JSI Racing lines up at a position number 7. Jack Murphy 8, and Caleb Mills scheduled to line up from position number 9. There's just the 8 cars in this one, so I dare say Mills, Caleb is Camel. I dare say that he is just spotting for the Mills Motorsports team and just decided to register as a driver. Let's attempt heat race number 4. So Bevan and Barry in row 1. Davies and Nankerville in row number 2. And you go back to Johnson right in row 3. And row 4 is Walsh and Murphy. 10 laps on the board. Green flag is out. Davies going to stick to the bottom through turn 1 and 2. Barry into the wall. And Davies will lead lap number 1, you would think. But here comes the pretty boy of Max Bevan. Looks down to the inside, and we are yellow already. So, not getting a complete, not getting a lap in. Looks like Jack Murphy in the 55, potentially. Oh, Murphy and Walsh come together. And, oh, Johnson, Nankerville. Oh. Johnson, all that move. Not clear. Tough break for Johnson and Murphy. Both drivers back in the pits, and well, they've got some work to do. So without getting a complete lap in, it'll be somewhat of a complete restart. Or by the drivers forgot where I was up to on that comment. They're all by the drivers in the pits. So I believe they may be looking at the incident between Nankerville and Wright, maybe? Or Nankerville and Johnson, I should say. Probably a little bit of a eye-opener for the likes of Bevan and Barry. Now Barry tried to cut the course, and well, green is out. Bevan. Oh, we'll go yellow. Gotta stay in line. It's not hard. Can't go until the car in front of you goes. It's a very simple rule. Unfortunately, with the back-to-back yellows, that of course the start wasn't right in that one. Unfortunately, we do have to lose another lap. So we should be give it about a lap or two, because we should be starting in the third lap, not the third going on to the fourth, I believe it is. But again, just let it do its. Let the ticker do its thing. Watching Barry and Davies go side by side. Barry getting a run on the top. Davies still trying to make that bottom side work. There it is, 3 down, 7 to run. As they all try to run down the pretty boy of Max Bevan. Davies looking to slide up and take second away from Barry. But Barry cuts it back down to the inside. He'll now get back to the cushion. Leaves that door open for Clayton Davies to throw the slide job once again down into turns 3. Bevan needs to be careful because Clayton Davies is carrying a whole lot of steam into turns 3. Davies will know how far he can push that car. He grabs the cushion as Barry protects the slider in 3 and 4. Now Davies going to throw the move in 1 and 2 on Barry once again. The race for second and third is an absolute belter. Barry slides up in front of Davies. Davies gets back to his inside. Not able to complete the pass for position number 2. And both Barry and Davies had to check out. And check up, I should say. Max Bevan, your race leader, with just 2 laps left to run. Here comes Nankerville with a run on Barry. Barry goes back underneath. Davies just clips the wall. Barry just hit the inside wall going into turn number 3. Nankerville, what can he do here with Josh Barry in the final stages of heat race number 4? Checkered flag getting set to fly for Max Bevan, and the pretty boy wins. Second will go to Davies. Barry comes home in third. Nankerville 4th. And you go back to Wright in 5th. Walsh 6th. Johnson and Murphy to make up your 8 cars in heat number 4. Bevan, Davies, Barry and Nankerville. Wright, Walsh, Johnson and Murphy as heat number 5 getting set to take to the racetrack. Brooke Marquess on the pole position. On the outside of the front row, there we go, it is Reese May in car number 13. Kai Jensen, the 75, from position number 3. Blaine Densley will start from position number 4. Nash Granger from position number 5. And Liam James out of position number 6. Position number 7, Mark Stewart. Position number 8 is Paul Hose. And that is your 8 cars. That is on the racetrack for heat number 5, the 5th and final heat race of the night. And again, we'll send them around 2 times around Lanier National Speedway. So far, some entertaining heat races, that's for sure. When it comes to slide jobs being thrown, I dare say looking at the track state and probably what is going to happen, is that we will probably have a track reset after the B main, and the drivers will have 3 minutes to go out and run the track in, rework the track, we will call it. Green flag is out, 3 wide again. Granger on the inside. Jensen up to third, Densley fourth. Stewart back in position number 5. He just rolls the bottom side of the racetrack, gets by Reese May in the 13. And Old Senior showing the boys how it's done. Gets a little loose there on the exit of turn number 4. He's only 1 spot out of a transfer position. Granger gets by Marquis on the bottom side. Marquis on the top. Looking to strike it big with where's the goal. He's trying to find the moisture. He may have found it on the top side, but he's unable to complete the move back for the race lead by Nash Granger. You watch Kai Jensen in 3rd position. Densley in 4th. Then you go back to Reese May in 5th. Stewart in 6th. 7th is Liam James. Stewart just getting a little loose there on the exit of turn number 2. Will allow Liam James to move on by Granger. 6/10 of a second lead. Opens up to 7/10. So he's certainly showing some strong speed in car number 25. First time we've seen him this season in the 360 Sprint Car Series. Marquis Jensen rounding out 2nd and 3rd position, and Blaine Densley right on the bubble, but he has got nearly a second back to Reese May, who sits 1 spot out of a transfer position, as Kai Jensen just caught the wall there on the exit of turn 2 and somewhat showing Ross Chastain how it's done. Densley goes down to the bottom into 1, slides up, Jensen into the wall once again. Here comes May in the 3-car battle for the 2 final transfer positions. Oh, how you doing? Kai Jensen just says, eat that one. Poor old Blaine Densley. Well, you dead, man? Yeah, man. Granger gets the win. Marquis home in 2nd. Reese May unofficially home in 3rd. Kai Jensen at the minute being scored in 4th position. However, race control will certainly have to make a quick decision regarding that one, as Liam James unofficially comes home in 5th position. And you got to say, if if Liam James is in 5th, he may get bumped up to 4th, and no. So not enough time to make that penalty. Granger, Marquis, May, and Jensen, your top 4. James, Stewart, Hose, Densley were your 8 drivers. C-Main cars getting ready to take to the racetrack right now. 12 laps to distance, top 4 to the from the C to the B. Top 5 it is, sorry. They'll tag on to the back of the B main, and then we will take 4 from the B. Nick Ryan and Luke Johnson in row number 1. Paul Hose and Damien Powell in row 2. Riley Simpson and Matt Selby in row 3. Jack Murphy, Blaine Densley in row 4. Row 5 is Dean Powell and Brady Baldwin. And you go back to Jared Burns and Braden Morosky. However, Morosky and Selby, who will start in 6th and 12th, do not start the grid. So Densley and Baldwin, they will each move up 1 row on the outside. So half of this field. Legends Racing, thank you for that follow, appreciate it. We are ready for a start. 1 to green right now. Top 5 from the C to the B. 12 laps is the distance. If you're not inside the top 5, well, round number 4 is done for you. And you'll have to wait for round number 5 next week at Limaland. Green flag is out. Nick Ryan, good job on the field. Paul Hose in that all white. No numbered on that car. It's just an all white sprint car. Baldwin looking through the bottom of the racetrack. And he's up inside the transfer position. He's up to position number 3. Johnson in 2nd right now. Ryan, your race leader from Johnson. Baldwin, then you go back to Damien Powell. Blaine Densley Those are the drivers that make up the top 5. So those 5 drivers, Johnson into the wall. Hose and Simpson split Johnson 3 wide. Oh, look out. Damien Paul, after going quick time, everything has gone wrong for the driver of the number 52 machine. Hose and Paul both in the pit lane. However, I believe their cars are still going. Now, the ruling is, if you enter pit lane, it is closed. However, due to the nature of the fact that when both cars are crashing inadvertently, that's where pit lane is. So one can only assume and one can only suspect that because both drivers are back out on the racetrack, that is okay in race control's eyes, because they technically never drove into the pits and came back out. It was just more so that the accident happened and both drivers ended up in the pits as it stands. So hence the reason why both cars are still circulating around this 3/8 of a mile bull ring. Yes, it is, legends. Yes, it is. If you check out Ultimate Dirt League in iRacing, it's league number 7464. That's 7464. And they start exactly 1 hour ago, or 56 minutes ago, but rounded up 1 hour ago. And they've got 2 weeks left in the season. Nick Ryan in car number 10. Back underway goes Nick Ryan from Baldwin. Riley Simpson in the 65 into the wall. Murphy on by Johnson, tries to cut down underneath Murphy. Gives him a little bit of right side of Raymond's loving touch and squeezing. And now Jared Burns in the 24 goes on by. So Burns is up to position 4. Johnson back to position number 5. Murphy looks down to the inside on Johnson on the exit of turn number 4. Move Murphy up to that 5th and final transfer position. Meanwhile, challenge and change for the race lead. Brady Baldwin has got the lead down into turns 3. Ryan sends it deep up on the top side of the racetrack. Trying to keep that right rear on the cushion all the way around this tight little bull ring. Slides it through the center and then slides it up. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. Yes, they are. They are from SDK. Or I'll blame Densley. What happened to the 27 entry? Oh boy, Johnson. Maybe not clear. And Densley, twice. In the space of 2 races. So Johnson going to the back on that one. I created them. So the logos I was able to put there. The boards I made them myself. So they didn't cost me anything, but it spent a bit of time. If you've got the iRacing, the SDK subscription, and you want to get custom colors and stuff like that, and you want to get the logos how they are, I don't own SDK, but I have bought the product. SDK is not mine, but yes, I have a SDK subscription. So if you've got an SDK subscription and you want something like this done, send me a message on Facebook, and depending on how long it's going to take me, I'm sure we can work out a price if you want to go down that route of having your own custom colors and logos on your screens. And we go from there. Brady Baldwin, 4 laps left to run. Nick Ryan, Riley Simpson, Jack Murphy, Jared Burns. That's the top 5. So the 24 right now. That's black and red, or grey and red. Number 24 That is the man that holds the key to the final transfer position to the back of the B main. And don't forget, if these Drive 5 drivers stay where they are with just the final 2 laps, they've still got a B main to run. Damien Powell after setting quick time tonight, and Blaine Densley going 5th quick. Two of the top 5 qualifiers are set to take stage left in the C main. Into 3 and 4 for the final time goes Brady Baldwin. In car number 7, he gets the win from Nick Reinholm in 2nd. 3rd and 4th is about 4 1,000ths of a second. I think Jack Murphy's got 3rd over Riley Simpson, who comes home 4th. And let's take a look at the official result. So Simpson gets it by 4 1,000ths of a second over Murphy. Burns will grab 5th. And those 5 drivers continue on for Johnson, Powell, Hose, Densley, and of course Selby and Morosky. Well, goodbye. We'll see you next week for round number 5, should you come back. B main cars on the racetrack. Jason Burke will start from position number 1. Position number 2, Axel McKinnon. Position number 3, Joel Battelle. Position number 4, Justin Wright. Position number 5, Liam James. Position number 6, Kane McCutcheon. Position number 7, Cody Malley. Position number 8, Keegan Harmon. Position number 9, Tony Walsh. Position number 10, Mark Stewart. Position number 11, Neville Ulf. Position number 12, Cody Nevin. And position number 13, your C main winner, Brady Baldwin. Position number 14, the C main runner-up of Nick Ryan. Position number 15, another C main transfer of Riley Simpson. He's outside. Position 16, Jack Murphy. And starting position number 17, he finished 5th in the C main. And getting that final transfer spot, that is Jared Burns. Cody Nevin did not grid. Therefore, Nick Ryan, Jack Murphy move up 1 row on the outside. Now, I got no idea. Go to SDK. Check out their website. Check out SDK's website. I pay a monthly subscription. I don't know what I pay. Mine just comes out of my credit card. So Burke and McKinnon, 15 laps on the board. 14, make that 16 cars doing battle for 15 laps for 4 transfers. 4 transfer spots to start 21, 22, 23 and 24. Oh boy, McKinnon can't park there. Oh, seniors. Tell you what, Riley Simpson can't park there. Mark Stewart, you can't park there either. Tough break for a number of drivers. Lap 1 of a B main. Simpson out, Stewart out, McKinnon out. Justin Wright caught up involved in that debacle. Oh boy. Tough start for a number. And a tough pill to swallow at that. Top 4. Burke, Battelle, James and McCutcheon. As those 4 transfer spots, there's every chance that they will change. Over the course of what will be the next 14 laps. So a complete restart. And Joel Battelle gets a little bit of a better start on the outside. Probably rolled a little bit faster than what Jason Burke was doing. But Berkey just rolls the bottom through 3 and 4. And he's got the lead on lap number 2. And you go back to Liam James, it is. Not sure why it's scoring Kane McCutcheon as the race leader, but we'll continue on with your B main. Berkey continues to lead the way from James Patel. And then you go back to Malley in that Scooby-Doo. Number 33 machine, 1 spot out of a transfer. How about Brady Baldwin? From position number 13 up to position number 4. And showing these boys that, well, the bottom side is the place to be at the moment. He tries to get by Liam James. Malley in that 4th and final transfer position. Now Baldwin ventures upstairs as Burker's got some company with the 69 entry of Liam James. Keep an eye on Nick Ryan as well. He's sending it upstairs on the top side of the racetrack. Patel, 1 spot out of a transfer. Nick Ryan, 2 spots out. Here comes Ryan around the outside of Joel Patel. Ryan looking for a bit better of a race, bit better of a week here in the 360 Sprint Cars, thanks to JR Productions and Media. Malley gets by Liam James for position number 3. Patel and Ryan go side by side. Malley and James go side by side. Malley's got the run down into 3. 3 and 4 different lines being utilised by these drivers on this racetrack. And Nick Ryan, just like Brady Baldwin from the C main, up to position number 4. And he's, at the moment, he's going to occupy, if he can hold on to the final 5 laps, he will occupy a top, well, he will finish, it'll be 11 or 12. Starting position, he will lock himself in from the B main. Jason Burke slips back to position number 4, looking to pull the wing back just a little bit. In that number 74 machine, sent out Berkey. He is on the bubble, so Nick Ryan has got some insurance positions. Nick Ryan comes after Cody Malley down into turn number 1 and 2. Can Malley hold on? Malley slides up, hits the concrete wall. Ryan ducks it down to the bottom side in turns 3 and 4. Baldwin continues to lead. Now Ryan, Malley side by side. 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom, 1 into the wall. That's Cody Malley, Nick Ryan and Brady Baldwin. They run 1st and 2nd, and they are both plus 12 positions. Nice little battle going on between Joel Patel and Liam James. But for the final time in your B main and running the soup here tonight, one of 2 drivers to run the soup. It's not much of a soup, but it's a C, a B, and both a C main victory and a B main victory. Brady Baldwin gets the win here at Lanier in the B main. Nick Ryan comes home 2nd, just as much as like what he did in that C main. Let's take a look at your results. We have a fresh track rework. It'll go back to, I believe, 0 or 10%. As while these drivers come out and turn some laps on this racetrack, we take a look at JR Productions and Media B main results. Brady Baldwin gets the win over Nick Ryan, home in 2nd. Cody Malley in 3rd. And JSI Racing's 74 entry of Jason Burke will take that 4th and final transfer position. And he will start position number 24 in tonight's main event. For the likes of Murphy, Joel Patel, Liam James, Tony Walsh, Keegan Harmon, and Justin Wright. Unfortunately, 5 on back is just not going to cut it here tonight. Jared Burns home in 11th, Neville Alf 12th, Kane McCutcheon 13, Mark Stewart 14, Axel McKinnon 15, and Riley Simpson in 16, along with Cody Nevin, who did not grid that B main. So the 17 cars and the 40 odd car, I think it was 40, I'll say it was 44 cars, I think it was, or even 45 cars, has now been dwindled down to just 24. Like I said, there's been a work of the racetrack, and at this stage they've got 3 minutes to run that racetrack in as best as they can. Once the 3-minute timer is done, that is how the feature race will start. And I dare say that over the space of 35 laps we might get to see a racetrack from what we just seen towards the end of that B main, and it will be Slick from top to bottom. But you've got a choice to make. Do you set yourself up for the back half of the race? Or do you go early and hopefully that you're good enough to hold on to what will and what could be a very, very slick racetrack? It's all about setting yourself up for what you would think would be setting yourself up for the back half of that feature event. But we've got 40 seconds. Again, a big thank you to, of course, JR Productions and Media for their support with the 360 Winged Sprint Car Series with the Ultimate Dirt League. And of course, Ash Hammond Sign and Design, and of course, LJR and Worth. Continued supporters of Ultimate Dirt League, and we're just so very thankful that we're able to bring you the coverage of round number 4. What is a 6-week series? Again, a big shout out to, of course, iRacing as well for getting us on the iRacing live page and the front page of iRacing. So when you load into a session, or if you're looking for a hosted session, if you're looking for official racing, if you're using the members site, it's right down the bottom, just popping at your face, just saying, hey, we are live with the JR Productions and Media 360 Winged Sprint Car Series. Checkered flag is out. 23 of the 24 drivers have taken a time in that warm-up session. It's time to take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for the 24 starters in tonight's main event. We're going from the back in your 4 transfers from the B main. From position number 24, it's Jason Berg. Position number 23, Cody Malley. Position number 22, Nick Ryan. Position number 21, your C and B main winner, Brady Baldwin. From position number 20, it's Kai Jensen. Position number 19, long way back after last week's podium, Chris Nankerville, position number 19. Matt Bailey, position number 18. Andrew Corbett, position number 17. Position number 16, Daniel Boyd. Position number 15, Reese May. Position number 14, Joshua Barry. Position number 13, Zane O'Toole. Position number 12, Brent Hobbs. Position number 11, Kobe Wright. Position number 10, Brooke Marquis. And position number 9, back-to-back feature winners looking for a hat-trick. It's Clayton Davies, position number 9. Jaden Russell, position number 8. Position number 7, your points leader. It's Riley Stewart. Position number 6, James Rice. Position number 5, Nash Granger. Position number 4, Max Bevan. Position number 3, Harry Stewart. Position number 2, Cooper Wilson. And on the pole, it's week number 1 winner from Lucas Oil, Joshua Walton. 35 laps on the board here at Lanier National Speedway. Round number 4 of the JR Productions and Media 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. We're live for 35 and we are green and we're doing the dance down into turn number 1 and 2. Walton slides up in front of Wilson. Bevan back down to the inside. Side by side for the first 2 and 3, nearly 4 rows of side by side and furious action. And lap number 1 is complete and we are yellow. And poor old James Rice, starting position number 6 and lap number 1, and it comes undone. Oh boy. Take a look at that one again. Russell comes up into him, and then Marquis. Little to no time to react. So, 2 guys on the front row. Not on the front row now, but restarting first and second. Go back to week 1 at Lucas Oil. I want to say it was by 0.018 of a second, or it was 0.25 of a second. It was a very, very tight finish between Walton and Wilson, where Walton was able to get the jump and he got that run on the exit of turn 4 at Lucas Oil. On that final lap, Wilson just made one little mistake on missing that bottom on the exit of turn number 4. Can he get some payback? Can he get some revenge on the man that took away that feature win? Not just yet, because we are yellow once again. Where do we begin with this one? Let's take a look at Chris Nankiville in the 20. Oh, Reese, mate. I don't even know where to go. Burke, oh boy, that was tight for Berkey. Oh, you got a very, very moistured up racetrack, and somehow you want to drive through the slick. Chevy boy, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Welcome into the channel. Welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV, and welcome to round number 4 of the JR Productions and Media 360 Winged Sprint Car Series, live from Lanier National Speedway. Walton looking to claim his second feature win in just 4 weeks. Davies looking to claim 3 in a row. The other 22 drivers, I should say, looking to claim their first victory of the season. Let's take it back and roll it back to green flag. Walton, Wilson and Stewart. That's the top 3. Stewart slide job and a big dive bomb down into 3 on Wilson, and move Harry Stewart up to the runner-up position, but not before Wilson tries to fight back on the bottom side of the racetrack. It might just be, well, take a number and fall in line on the top side of the racetrack if you're good enough. Riley Stewart, meanwhile, your current points leader around the outside of Jaden Russell. Clayton Davies right there with him. Couple of weeks ago, I want to say it was at Port Royal, Clayton Davies took a last lap pass. Oh my, Stewart shut the door and really took the right front of Nash Granger off. And Davies was there as well, nowhere to go for Davies. Davies kept it going. But yeah, you go back to Port Royal, where Stewart was so dominating. He had close to a 5-second lead, and a couple of late race yellows allowed Clayton Davies and what was a green-white checker to get by Stewart with a slider in 3 and 4 on the final lap and drive away into victory lane. And that was a race that seen, if I'm not mistaken, Cooper Wilson and Clayton Davies put on a show for about 18 to 20 odd laps. And that was certainly a race to remember. And of course, last week at Lernerville, in a race that had a bit of everything. Had some drama late in the race. And certainly had some drama throughout the course of the heat races as well, with a number of drivers coming together. So James Rice, Matt Bailey, Cody Malley retiring back to the pits, Joshua Barry out of the event. So with those 4 casualties, leave us with 20 on the racetrack. Riley Stewart being charged with the end of line penalty, and well, I'll tell you who's excited about that one is the man that sits in 3rd position at the moment. But you really have to give race control credit for that one, because, well, it was Stewart who essentially came down across the front of Nash Granger. Hence the reason why we're under the yellow flag conditions. Green flag back out once again. We're 6 down and 29 to go. Top 3 and 4 drivers. Top 3 drivers went to the top. Your 4th place driver, Jaden Russell, went to the bottom. Now he'll look to slide through the middle of the racetrack. Stay just above the slick. Bevan, He was already said that he's going to put that machine into victory lane and be so dominating here tonight. Well, he's far from it at the moment, but at the minute he sits inside of a top 5 position. Davies back there in 6th. Then you go back to Kobe Wright 7th. Corbett 8th. How about Brady Baldwin? Brady Baldwin up inside the top 10 already in 9th position. And Nankiville and Chris Ryan fighting it out for that 10th and 11th position. And Nick Ryan pretty much, well, just followed Brady Baldwin to come through the field because he done it in the C, he done it in the B as well, and now doing it in the A. Not a smart move to follow Baldwin through this field and move his way up into the top 10. There is a 3-way dance for the race lead. Walton, Wilson and Stewart. Stewart on the top in the 11. And now here comes Bevan. Now it's a 4-car dance for the race lead. Stewart stays to the bottom of the racetrack. Walton to the top side he goes. Wilson, as we are under yellow.
What's that thing?
That's the racing cars, mate.
Yeah. Who's in the green one?
Pardon?
Who's in the green one?
No one's in the green one.
Over you?
No, I'm not racing, mate.
Huh?
So Walton, your race leader.
Are you on the green one?
No, from Cooper Wilson in 2nd, Harry Stewart 3rd, Max Bevan 4th, Jaden Russell makes up your top 5. Back underway. Walton to lead us back out of turn 4. Wilson looking to the bottom side of the racetrack again. You go back to week number 1. Will Wilson, will he get the revenge? And will he get one over Joshua Walton? Stewart had the check up. Bevan goes through the middle of the racetrack. Stewart on the outside, little wheel banging down the back straightaway. Here comes Jaden Russell. Kobe Wright not too far away, but the top 5 and Stewart goes outside, inside, slide job. What a move by Harry Stewart. He used all sorts of different racing lines to get by Max Bevan. Bevan tries to come back and in turn number 3 and 4. Slide job by Bevan. Stewart back to the inside, returns favour. Bevan he's got some dip, but he looks back down to the inside, but no, Stewart has got the run down into 3. The race for the lead is starting to heat up as well. Wilson still trying to get by Joshua Walton. Bevan and Stewart putting an absolute clinic here for positions 3 and 4, and Jaden Russell now. He's going to throw his hat into the mix just as we cross past halfway distance. We are yellow. And how about Walton, Wilson, Stewart, Bevan and Russell? Oh my, if this doesn't want to make you stand up and just cheer on, I don't know what will. How good the top 5 has been over the past 4 or 5 laps. Zane O'Toole back to the pits along with Andrew Corbett. So that's 6 cars out of the event. We've still got 18 circulating, but right now it almost looks like we've only got 5 because that's all you need to focus on.
Is there 5 race cars?
There's more, mate. There's 18. Here we go. And the 18 reversed is 81. And well, that's what's going to lead us off turn number 4. Lap 18 is complete. We'll start the 19th lap, and we'll wait +1 is 9. And that's almost quiet. It's almost quiet there. Oh no, don't you dare. Don't you dare. We're going to a break. Right, so just to keep everybody up to date with what's going on at the moment, the server on my end, my iRacing for some reason froze. Therefore, basically the only thing was to close it down, reopen it back up. However, we are loading back in and we are back underway. So we're going to go back to this one, and here we go. We might have lost about 10 laps, but I tell you what, hopefully the final few laps make up for it. Stewart on the top, cuts back underneath Wilson. Walton continues to lead. That is close between Stewart and Wilson. Wilson into the wall. Stewart up to position number 2. A little over, well, 3 to 4 tenths of a second back to Walton. But Stewart finds a monster run in turn number 3 and 4. Stewart, here he comes. Walton gets by the 25 entry of Granger. Puts Nash Granger a lap down. Walton, you've got some company. He goes to protect the slider down into turn number 1. Stewart finds a run on the outside of the racetrack. Walton just a little too good at the moment with 3 laps left to run. Walton, can he hang on? Does he protect the slider into 1? Yes, he does. But Stewart stabs the brake and he stays on the bottom side of the racetrack. Goes back to the top into turn number 3 and 4. And Walton is now just 2 laps away from putting the 81 into victory lane for a second time this season. Slider line from Walton, making it very difficult for Harry Stewart to pull off this race win. Walton, Stewart with a slide job, and with 1 lap left to run, Harry Stewart leads lap number 34. Walton into the wall. Oh my, what a race into 3 and 4 for the final time. Harry Stewart, take a bow. He is your round number 4 winner for thanks to JR Production and Media here at Lanier. Walton will come home second. Third at the line is going to be Cooper Wilson. Holy cow, what a finish. And for the 4th week in a row, we've been absolute blessed with feature races. Just been absolutely out of this world. Stewart, Harry Stewart for United Sim Sports for the 2nd time in 2 days. We'll be chatting to him in victory lane. And let's take a look at your full field rundown here before we chat to our top 3 drivers. Stewart from Walton and Wilson. They are your top 3. Bevan and Russell go 4 and 5. 6 through the 10th will be Davies, Nankerville, Ryan, Wright and Hobbs. 11th on back, Baldwin, Stewart, Jensen, May and Burke. Then you go back to Boyd, Granger, Marquis, O'Toole, Corbett, your top 20. Malley, Barry, Bailey and Rice to finish up what is your 24 drivers in round number 4 of the JR Productions and Media 360 Winged Sprint Car Series. So we apologise for missing about 7 or 8 laps of that one. But we're going to go straight down into post-race coverage, and we'll chat to the driver that comes away with another victory here on Ultimate Dirt to be Harry Stewart. Harry, congratulations. Boy, man, you've got a habit for making these things just look pretty easy, but man, that was a hell of a drive.
Yeah, no, that track was completely different to any linear track I've really seen. Usually it's either just top or bottom, not like a weird slider or whatever that was. I really just didn't want to run it and just committed to the top there into 3, and the cushion was built up like massive, so I just went in there flat out and it stuck one time, and I kept getting myself in trouble trying to go around the outside off of 4, and I think one time I squeezed myself and I got fed, but I probably shouldn't have stuck my nose there. And then the next 2 laps later when I got my momentum back, I'd have got around him, and then Josh there, I was trying to figure out where to pass him because he's running that slider into 1, and I thought that was my best bet because I could circle 3 and 4 so good, but I just tried to stay out the wall in 1 and 2 and just went for a big bomb into 3 when he wasn't really expecting it, I don't think. And luckily for me, he sort of hit the fence on that last lap.
Late in that race, you guys sort of trying to move around lap traffic, they just sort of held their line, and it must have been sort of challenging to try and get past those guys, but also try and take away that lead from Josh there at the end.
Yeah, well, I think I noticed him, I reckon, one corner, and then I was pretty much just tunnel vision on Josh or Cooper, and yeah, I didn't really notice it much, but I think if I was leading, I probably would have paid more attention to where the lap cars were and where to sort of block off the run from the guy in second.
Well, mate, congratulations on the win here at Lanier. Before we let you go, of course, sponsor on this nice looking hot rod. Who needs to be thanked on this car?
Yeah, just everyone at United and Slick Sim Sports for everything they do. Titan Garages and Carports, 87 Creative, to Mobile Welding, yourself for broadcasting, and everyone at UDL for putting this on. I didn't really know it was on. I saw it in the hosted sessions, jumped in, and I'm fortunate enough to have some good people around me. I just loaded in a set that they made, and it worked pretty well. So thanks.
All right, there we go. Harry Stewart, your winner from round number 4. We'll chat to the driver that comes home in second place, and well, probably an agonising second place at that, but Joshua Walton, congratulations on second place, and I guess one or two little mistakes towards the end of that race really cost you, but man, another hell of a race for you in that 81 machine.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I'm pretty good from the get-go. Had a pretty good night from the start. Sort of mucked up my quality a little bit and put me off the back foot, but yeah, with the invert, managed to get a good starting spot and get away with the lead and put it off pole. And yeah, we were good early on, faded a little bit. But when you're in front, it's really hard to know where people are running and whatnot. And then, yeah, I sort of had no choice but to turn it into wall at the end there. But that's all right. We'll move on to next week and go from there.
Now, I thought it was almost a bit of deja vu between you and Cooper there at the start, and then again a bit of deja vu was sort of coming, but this time between you and Harry in the back half of that race. How tough was it to get around here, considering how slick it was?
Yeah, it was pretty tough, mate. My set was pretty dialed in, and I could just hit the same consistent lines, and I could move around where I wanted to. And I sort of planned for it to be slicker, so I was a little bit slower getting out of the gate. But come on strong at the end. But yeah, just sort of got stuck into that groove, and yeah, he managed to get by.
Well, mate, congratulations on the run-up finish here tonight. No doubt you're a little bit disappointed, but still a good result for you and the team. Before we let you go, of course, sponsor on this race car, people behind the scenes, mate.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's good to be here. Thanks to you guys for putting this stream on. Everyone who puts the league on. Hobbsy for everything he does for us boys. And everyone who's buying the car.
All right, there we go. Joshua Walton, ladies and gentlemen, home in second spot. And we're continuing on with the podium. We'll chat to the driver that comes home third place tonight. He is sitting second in the point standings, and well, this may just elevate him closer to a leading the points going into the final 2 weeks. But Cooper Wilson, congratulations on the final spot on the podium. It's been a pretty consistent season for you so far over the first 4 weeks.
Yeah, no, look, I'm happy to be on the podium again. It's always good. I've had a pretty good run in this league, so just got to keep it up, I suppose.
Mate, tonight you were very, very quick to start off the night, and you really showed your pace towards the start of that feature. You had good pace all night long. Are you overall happy with how round number 4 went for you tonight here?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I went into quali there and come out with a pretty good time, so I was pretty happy with that. And then yeah, obviously got the heat win, and then yeah, going into the feature, starting on the front row with Josh was pretty good. And I knew that we could have the car speed, but I knew it was always going to be tough to beat Josh considering our previous league races. So it was pretty good there. And then yeah, Harry just come on. And, there was a couple of times I could sort of hear him there on my outside coming out of 4, I think a couple of times, and I think we made a little bit of contact there once, and I think he fell back a bit, and then all of a sudden he come back around me on the outside, and yeah, I had nothing at the end there. Felt like the set sort of dropped away from me a little bit, but yeah.
Over probably the last 15, 16 laps, there wasn't just one, there wasn't two, there wasn't three, there was 5 cars all fighting for that lead position. What's it like trying to get around here with those guys? Considering you guys are running, wheel to wheel and just inches apart from each other.
Oh yeah, it's very tough. You just got to keep your head in it, and like you know that you got the big names around you, but you sort of don't worry about that, and just sort of run your own race and do what you've got to do to get up there. But it's always good to come home with a podium.
Mate, couple of weeks left. Lima Land I-55. How you feeling going into the final 2 weeks of the season?
Oh, not real good. I sort of came into this one saying to Hobbsy that I wasn't real confident. I'm not real good at the short tracks, so I thought I would have really struggled round here, but we made it go all right. So, but the next couple of tracks, yeah, I'm not real keen on. So, but we'll make something work, and hopefully we can just keep it on the podium.
Well, mate, congratulations on third place here tonight at Lanier National Speedway. Before we let you go, Cooper, sponsor on the race car, mate, people behind the scenes, who gets this done for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. Big thanks to Hobbsy. He does a great job there, and everyone on the team at Beat the Dark. It's just real good. Hobbs, Trenchard and Boring, North Central Solutions, 81 Racewear. Just you for doing the broadcast. All the guys at UDL. It's just good that everyone helps out. It's great.
Mate, well done on third, and we'll see you back next week.
Certainly will. Thanks, mate.
There we go, guys. Cooper Wilson home in position number 3. That will wrap up, of course, the post-race coverage. Your top 3, Harry Stewart, Joshua Walton, and Cooper Wilson, come away with the podium here at Lanier, which will wrap up round number 4 of the JR Productions and Media 360 Winged Sprint Car Series. Until next week at Lima Land Motorsports Park, another short little bull ring. Looking forward to that one, followed up by the Federated Auto Parts I-55 Speedway for the final and championship round of this 6-week season. We're 4 weeks in. We've got 2 weeks left to come right here on Ultimate Dirt TV across the social media platforms and on the iRacing Live page. Until next time, I'm Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying goodbye.